Hello and welcome back to another episode of OmniFactory. So in the previous episode, I think we got some modularium and upgraded this thing to MV. And in between episode, I just got some machine casings, ineffable glass, another high voltage CF, and some elite components and catalysts. Now in this episode, we can actually build this thing, but first we need to complete some things first. So first, the quantum compressor. For this you need some black steel ingots, black steel plates, and a black iron frame. For that you also need black steel. So let me just go and grab some black steel. Oh, we already got 2 plates. So 8 of these. And then we need glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And just put them in a plus shape without the middle. And then put these around. So this is the black frame, and then you just do this around, put this catalyst and a component, and you get a quantum compressor. It has no uses except for in these multi-block machines. Then what we need is a small item input with 4 slots, and for that we need a tiny item input and some other stuff. So the first thing I want to do is upgrade this terminal to crafting terminal. So it will be much easier to make these things. So we just need a calculation processor if we have one. There we go, we have 3. And now I need a crafting table. And I have one. So if I can break this. Okay, thought I didn't get it for a second. And there we go, a crafting terminal. So a crafting terminal basically lets you craft things inside, as the name suggests. And now we can go in small item input. There we go. So a small item input that requires a tiny item input, and then we can just do this. There we go. So we have a small item input. Oh, we got the quest for the crafting terminal. Then we need a machine vent. So for that we need a great machine casing, which we need a steel frame for, an electric motor, and steel rotor for. So motor we can request. We already have 2, great. So, and steel rotor has to be created like this, and then some steel rods. We need like 5 of them, so 6. And then some steel plates, which we already have. There we go. We can just turn this into a ring. Then put it in here, and for that we need some soldering alloy, and then some pressurized fluid conduit, so we can go from the fluid extractor into the assembling machine. So insert, extract, always active, and I can just put this in here. These machines are much faster than the lower counterparts. There we go, a rotor. Some steel rods, and then we can just make the casing, or the casing frame, not the frame. And then we need, what do we need? Let's see, machine vent, so iron bars, steel rotor, and that's pretty much it except for the motor. So iron bars, I have 63 because I went mining and they're found in buildings. I just deleted some buildings. Okay, so great machine casing, and that just with modularium gets us a machine vent. Next thing we need is a modular machine controller, which is just a screen and 4 tier 3 circuits. So I already have 4 tier 3 circuits. And I already have a screen, which is just simply stone burnt and resonating redstone crystals and ender shards. And I just have to rotate. Yep, there we go. Modular machine controller. And there is 2 more things we need. So small fluid input hatch. Small fluid input hatch. Need a tiny one first, and then a small one. There we go. And the last thing we need is we need 2 more things. So modularium HV input, which is just a gold cable, and this to get a HV input first, and then just modularium around to get a modularium HV input, energy input. Then we need a huge item output. There we go. Let's just get to a tiny item output, and then you can just, where is my tiny? There we go, and you can just, what? Oh, output. So tiny, and then you can just cycle them through. Just throw this inside and do this again. This is the great thing about the crafting terminal, because it automatically gets it from the system. So let's try a huge one. So this should get the quest complete, except we need nothing more. Just claim the quest. There we go, $Omni. That's great, we have 3 now. So now we have to actually build this thing, and I was planning on building it up here. So how do we build this? So small Microverse Projector. So let's see, this is a controller. Can I do layer by layer? Yep. So input, how is this orientated? Okay, so controller, fluid input, tiny fluid input, and item input. So we have a controller here, fluid item input here, and fluid input here. Then we have casings and output and energy on the back. So this is all casings, and then where is it? Item output and energy input here. Then another casing, and then this ineffable glass, which is just like this. Casings, can you go? Oh, you can actually go through. Nice. Oh, that was a thing. And inside is a quantum compressor, and then the last layer. So this is just that, and then the last layer is just whatever's left, I guess. So let's just build it like this. Oh, and as you can see, it changed color. Blueprint found, none. Structure found. Small Microverse Projector. Status missing fluid input. Okay, so for that to work, we actually need to connect it to power. I'm going to do with this CF. I could get it oriented properly. Interesting. Do I have to rebuild the whole thing now? Let's see. Why are you not working? Maybe because there's a this at the back? Or maybe because it's missing an item output. Oh yeah, there we go. So I built this wrong, so let's just put this back again. So the CF item output and then casing, and it will turn purple. So now we have to connect this to power, and luckily power is in this building. So if I can just connect with these 36 energy conduits. So if I can just get it lined up with the floor like this, I can just bridge. Oh, I can actually not bridge with them. Have to jump and click them. Oh, it's very difficult. Okay, so let's get to the other side and start working up from there. Or, yep, I can actually reach. There we go. This should have power now. Yep, but it's missing a fluid input. So let's just place a tank and configure IO. So push. And now we need some rocket fuel. So if you remember, rocket fuel is kind of a long process to get. I have none in stock, but it's kind of a long process to get. So I'm just going to do that off camera, and then we can go to build the miner and actually try. And I have created 8 buckets of rocket fuel, which is all we need for our first Microverse adventure. And now we just need to create this thing and some quantum flux. So let's start by the thrusters. So these are just some conductive plates, red alloy plates, resonating redstone crystal, and the redstone conduit. So I can make 2 of these. I just put some, there we go, plates in the compressor. There we go. So now we have 2 conductive iron thrusters. Now we have to make a basic diesel generator that requires 4 low voltage electric motors, which require a lot of rods. So iron require 3 rods each, so 4 motors and 3 rods each would be 6 of these, I believe. And let's just wait for that to happen. And for the pistons, we just need some steel plates. So 5 steel plates plus 2 more for the gears. I have to polarize 4 of these. So where's the polarizer? Yeah, polarizer is down below, because I made it exclusive to the ME system, because you don't really need polarizers. Okay, so steel plates, iron rods, and now we need copper. So we need 1, 2. We got 8 per, so 3, I believe. So we need 4 for each motor, and we need 4 motors, so no, 4 ingots. So another ingot of copper. Hope I didn't put that weird copper in. Yep, no, I didn't. Okay, so let's just make those motors that we can. Oh, okay, I made too much. So we need tin. So tin cables, 8 tin cables. And I have moved the tin cable recipe from here onto this thing, so we can make them and not use the molecular inscriber slots. So 4 are already made, so we can make 2 motors. They make only 4. Yep, I made only 4. No, I made 8. There we go. And now I need 2 more of these rods. So, and 4 more of these tin cables. Now I need to make some gears, small steel gears. Grab these rods, grab these cables for now, and now I can make the, like this, I believe. Yep, the pistons. So the pistons, low voltage, are also required for this, and I just need the cables. There we go. And the diesel generator requires steel gears, another tin cable, and low voltage machine hole. So 3 more tin cables and 11 wrought iron plates. And I think we need something from here as well. So a circuit, we already have that one. And yeah, basically everything's crafting now. So while we wait for that, we can make the guidance system. So we need 3 heavy steel platings. So for that we need 6 regular steel plates and 2 low voltage sensors. So 8 more plates. There we go. And 6 of these will get compressed again, and the other 8 will not. For that we'll need brass rods and quartzite. So do we have any brass? We have, so we need only 1. And quartzite, Do I have any quartzite? How does one obtain quartzite? Melting quartzite, autoclaving quartzite, or... There we go, I have some quartzite. So I only need 2. I was afraid I didn't have any. Oh, too much. Okay. So I need to put this into the extruder. So the cables are ready. The wrought iron plates already, and we can make that machine hole. So a wrench in the middle. There we go. And I haven't made this in such a long time because there was no need, because we already updated to medium voltage. So now I need steel gears, and there should be a gear mold here in the fluid solidifier. Yep, there we go. So it was in there. And if I could get another fluid cable, or yep, this one, put this one here, this one on extract, and this one on insert, and put 8 steel ingots in there. It will extract them and mold them into 2 gears. So we can put this back in and make these sensors. So 2 low voltage sensors. 1, 2, and we have to wait for this to happen. So hopefully I can automate this process, because if we can automate them, we can basically just have an infinite amount of them, which means we can get a lot of materials on request. And by a lot, you'll see how much exactly I mean. So now we only need 3 more things. So glass, nether quartz, and block of redstone. So first we need redstone. So 18 glass, 4, and quartz 8. There we go. Convert this into blocks and make them into the basic mining drills. There we go. Basic mining lasers. And the plates already. The processors. Oh yeah, I already have on me. So I can make this. Yep, there we go. And then last thing we need is an ender pearl, conductive iron wire. So conductive iron wire we have, so that is some power orb. What's it called? Field generator. I have automated this process. Missing 4 basic circuits. I'm gonna take that out. So we need conductive iron wire, 4 circuits, and an ender pearl. There we go. A field generator, low voltage. And now we have everything for the tier 1 microminer. Now the last thing we need is some moon dust. So this was when I had to make moonstones for the ineffable glass. So as you can see, if we put 1 chest in there, we can get a lot of stuff. So we need a quantum flux. Quantum flux is used by a diamond and 4 of these, and then a chest. Okay, so we should have everything. There we go, quantum flux. This is basically the consumable fuel other than the actual fuel. So, oh. Okay, so I get another $1. Great. So, first things first, fuel. This will slowly start depositing fuel into this. Missing fluid input. Okay, so let's wait for this to go up and see what the status will be. And I think it takes around 30 seconds for it to complete. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't say exact seconds. 500, yeah, 30 seconds. 500 ticks, 25. Missing fluid input. So it has 8,000 millibuckets. This is all we need. And then this, and this. Oh, there we go. Structure found, small microverse projector, processing, progress, 30, 40. Okay, so let's just dump this stuff we got from quests, processor, and all the other stuff we have in there, so we can actually pick up everything this will offer. As you can see, it consumed all of it, including the microminer, but we got a lot of salt, a lot of galena, which I believe gives you lead. Let's see. Lead, yep, there we go, lead, or also lead. Okay, so rutile, okay, munturf, dilithium, more galena, uraninite, which is quite useful for pulsating dust, and then rutile. Rutile is basically titanium, so that's quite nice that we got some rutile. Dense iron, one of these is 16 iron, cassiterite, tin, redstone, and nickel is nickel. So that's a lot of stuff to get from such a short mining adventure. So I am going to have to put it inside of here temporarily, and I believe this little projector can bring us a lot of stuff, so I will probably automate rocket fuel. Actually, let's see what these can do. So they can bring us stellar creation data, which can bring us awakened, oh no, universal creation data, or a lot of neutronium nuggets. So how does one obtain? This is the only way. Oh no, okay, so we have it here too. Okay, so basically we need a lot of rocket fuel. As you can see, this requires 8 buckets, 8 buckets, and 2 buckets. So I might have to automate that in the next episode, and also automate these steel-plated microminers, which will be a bit difficult to automate because they have a lot of stuff inside of them. As you can see, circuits, rods, and this is just for this component. Then you have this field generator. Basic mining are not so difficult. These aren't so difficult as either. But we have this thing, which is quite difficult to build. If I can automate most of it, it won't be that difficult. For example, low voltage machine holes are easy, motors and pistons are easy, fine circuits are easy, and cables are easy. The only thing is this steel gear, which we can create via an extruder, so we're going to need another extruder for that one. But I believe that is going to be it for today's episode. So we got a lot of ores, and with that, I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button, and I hope to see you in the next episode.